Inabohlungane kanje abuhlungane wompelebele hlungule emanqulubeni waze wasamanqulube sebikelana sishaka kasishayeki unodume hlezi kamenze ilembe leqamanya amalembe ngokhalipha ugawu bezawuliluma beyoliphimisa okhumbula amagabe bese lena bakabhideni limathethe nangeziyembezi wayesala kutshelwa wayesala kunyekezelwa kude kulabafazi bakwaNomgabhe bawude kula behlezi emlovini bathi ushaka kakubusa kakubankosi bathi lapho ezawunethezeka khona ushaka ngesaba ukuthi ushaka kwakuyinkosi yakithi emashobeni inkomo ekhale emthonjaneni zizwe zonke zizwile ukulila naye zodushwa wasebuyengweni ezomancengeza wengwakwakhali ezwangamatungwa akwakhumalo amantungodwa esaba lokuyehlela umlilo thetho kamjubana umlilo thetho ubuhanguhangu oshisa ikhofe esedlebe kwaye kwashane semabedlane wezwa bethi valela njalo somshalosi basho kuwe wena kandaba sebebhulunywa ukumbulaza wayevalela ingonya bedlini intethe egonoka tizamkhoto kwamalandela ephumukela bejubalala ilanga liphumela insizwa litheli phezulu yakasa lange liphathela inyela ngemisebe ngoba liphathela semthandeni ozululisayo kwezana abantwana abadala kodwa bazibalekela bayethuzwa yedwa ikhanda lisile.
We welcome all of you. We thank you for taking your time to come to this function this morning. We are going to be led by His Majesty and also our leadership here, which include Ubaba Ushenge, Umntwana waphindangene, kanjalo futhi noBaba uChiliza, noBaba uRavukile, bese kuba ubaba ukhansela umele umeya weTheku umama uZandile Gumede. Si acknowledge futhi our brother here Esimasonke. So what is going to happen now is that we'll be led by His Majesty. We'll go the other side where we're going to be unveiling what we're going to be explaining to you, the parts that are here and what their purpose is and actually what is written. From there, we'll then proceed to the marquee, where then the formal function will then proceed. So at this point, I'm going to ask His Majesty, supported by Baba Ushenge, I'm then going to read His Majesty the King Bayede Wenawendo. Glory to God. This monument is built in honor of His Majesty the King, the late former President Rolihlahla Mandela, for their contribution and dedication serving the people of South Africa through culture, nation building, peace, non-violence, and eradicating poverty, by Mr. Ishwar Ramlutchman, Mabela Zulu, founder of Simananda World Peace Foundation, on the day of the 8th of November 2018. So let us pin this form, China, for the Ramlutchman, then of course for his umntwana waphinda ngene, His Royal Highness Prince Buthelezi siyabonga.
Yalipunga.
Yalipunga. Thank you, Chair. Siyabonga. Ngizofunda nje the late former President Dr. Nelson Mandela. Glory to God, this monument was unveiled by His Majesty the King, and Mr. Ramlutchman Zulu, founder of Sivananda World Peace Foundation, the Premier of KZN, Premier T.W. Mtunu, Prince Buthelezi, traditional Premier to the Zulu Nation, also P.D. Tiliza, Chairman of the House of Traditional Leaders, Ramlutchman, Richard Park Trust, and Her Worship the Mayor of Ethekwini, represented by Councillor Zamina, to the 8th of November. Maybe at this point, let me then explain, so that you don't have to go to the details of the whole monument here, that behind these two that we have just unveiled now is another bus that talks to the peace that has been promoted by our leadership here, led mainly by His Majesty, mainly the promotion of peaceful coexistence between different racial groups in our city, more particularly between the Africans of the Zulu nations and people of Indian descent in our city. So this then is paying homage or respect to the work done by our leadership here, and to that we are so grateful. So what we then do at this point is to then ask Baba Udlamini, Councillor Udlamini, to then unveil this one for us. Baba Udlamini. Yeah, certainly. I won't be reading the whole message, but as you said, this is about the recognition of the peaceful coexistence and also the work or contribution, leadership division by our leaders here in the promotion of social cohesion and peaceful coexistence among the people of our city from different racial groups, cultures, language groups, and so on. We thank you for that. We then proceed and we have to ask Baba also Tiliza and also Baba Vivian Ready to then please unveil the next one for us, which is the last one. This one talks briefly to the history of the Zulu nation.
And our Director of Programs earlier, Mrs. Ishwar Ramlutchman, Her Majesty the Queen, who is with us today, and us members of the royal family, their highnesses who are here, the Honorable Minister of House of Human Settlements, which has addressed us, Mr. Ravi Pillay, Advocate Mohammed, who led us in prayers, and the chairperson of the Mitchell Park Trust, Dr. Singh, Nkosi Isimadungeni Dunge, our chairman of the Provincial House of Traditional Leaders, my dear brother, Mr. Vivian Reddy, one of the captains of industry in our province. I wish to thank Mr. Ramlutchman not only for inviting us to witness this historic moment, but taking the initiative to have these monuments erected in the center of the city of Durban. Various people pay tribute to Mr. Ramlutchman, and the extent to which we as a community of this province appreciate that the work that he's doing in promoting social cohesion. I remember that when Mr. Ramlutchman erected the first peace pillar in Mpangeni, it was in December 2009, he invited me to unveil it together with His Majesty the King of the Zulu Nation. We were then joined by the Minister of Transport at that time, and the head of the Nazareth Baptist Church, and also the Mayor of Mhlathuze. That was the first of 8 planned peace pillars that Mr. Ramlutchman would erect in fulfillment of the promise that he made to the late Shri Swami Sahajananda. When I served in the cabinet of President Nelson Mandela for 5 years, we celebrated one of the first Heritage Days events on Robben Island. How many have gone to see one of our monuments? In other countries, such places throng with citizens. With democracy, we have the opportunity to ensure that our institutions reflect history in a way that respects the heritage of all our citizens. When our museums and monuments preserve the whole of our diverse heritage, then they will strengthen our attachment to human rights, mutual respect, and democracy, and help prevent these ever again being violated. We must have national monuments that live in our people's hearts. Those are the words of that great icon, Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. I appreciate this. Many do not realize that His Majesty King Shaka, Kasanzangakhona, the founder of the Zulu Nation, was himself actually a conservationist. King Shaka recognized that our natural resources are not infinite and that wildlife needs to be protected to ensure sustainability. He thus set aside land on which hunting was actually prohibited. Conservation is but one of the examples of King Shaka gave that guides us even today, even now, in how we should approach social, economic, and cultural challenges. Yesterday I attended a function which was actually a function where His Majesty opened a new hotel in Durban. And he talked about this thing. I know how passionate he is about these things, how passionate he is about social upliftment of his people, how passionate he is about the poverty of his subjects. King Shaka's example, however, is undoubtedly the unification of diverse people. Within the society that King Shaka forged, every man, woman, and child has a role, and each one was valued. Society functioned cohesively because of the individual contributions of each member of society. So, ladies and gentlemen, that unity, as I said earlier, is the secret of the very power of our nation. His Majesty our King, whom I'm presenting to you just now, sits on the throne of King Shaka. He has played a significant part in protecting our diversity as part of our heritage. Mr. Mandela also shared this passion.